Hi everyone, it's Jo Carter here. Hi everyone, it's Jo here. Hi everyone, my name is Jo and I love to read. Hi everyone, it's Jo here and I love to read. Hi everybody, my name is Jo and I love to read. Welcome to what is going to now be an annual video I have decided this year, and that's my anniversary celebration video. Today I am celebrating 4 years and I'm going to be looking back on what I have learnt through BookTube this year, some stats, and then announcing the 100 subscribers giveaway. The past 12 months has been amazing for my BookTube life and my personal life as well, but need I say the W word anymore? For those of you who have followed me for a while, you know what I'm talking about. I've made some really cool connections with some other booktubers that I just want to shout out here at the start, and I'll leave a link to all of their channels below. Aramis, Rosie, Tori and David, I want to say thank you so much for watching my channel, commenting on my videos. You guys continuously comment on nearly all of my videos that I release, and I know that you all lead very busy lives like everybody else does, and I just want to say I appreciate it. I also want to shout out to all of my other in and out commenters, like anybody really who has come in and commented and liked any of my videos, and as well as the silent watchers that I have. My videos, when they come out, they get between 5 and 12 hits generally, and so I know that there are plenty of other people who watch the channels that don't comment but that consistently watch, and I just want to say a big thank you to you as well. I see you, I'm very grateful for you, and I value you so much. Thank you for sticking around with me, and I hope I still continue to produce content that you will want to continue to stick around on my channel with. The biggest thing that I want to talk about this year is that, like I say this year, you guys are going to think that it's the end of the year. I'm going to call it an anniversary year when I do this video. Calling it a financial year is a bit weird, and I don't know whether like Australia has financial years that run about this time. I don't know whether anybody else is, but I'm going to call it an anniversary year. The biggest thing that I've learnt this anniversary year is a mental lesson, and it's all about creating content that I want to do and that I value and that I am going to be proud of at the end of the day. I'm having a little bit of a cup of tea at the moment. The last anniversary video that I did, that I'll also link below in the description, was all about me talking about how I clawed my way back into viewership. So for those of you who don't know, I started my channel in 2017 and I did it consistently, I think for about a year, but only like once a month. And I actually had a year-long break. And so when I came back to it, it was really difficult, which was, I think it was the end of 2019, but it really, the majority was the year of 2020. It was really, really difficult for me to claw back my way to get more engagement. And so coming into this anniversary year, which is the latter half of 2020 and the first half of this year 2021, I was really focusing a lot about the numbers, and I was getting really frustrated because it was taking me a long time to reach the subscriber count that I felt I wanted and to feel like I had viewers and commenters. And I had a lot of my regular subscribers and commenters that I just mentioned above gave me some really nice advice about the fact that everybody goes through this. They gave me some encouragement back, but basically said, in a nice way, I must add, to get over it. Because being a content creator is about creating content that it matters to you and that you believe in and that you enjoy watching as well. There will always be like a couple of standard videos, and there's always slow parts and burnouts and less interesting videos that you film, but at the end of the day you've got to make sure that you're producing content that you really believe in, that you really want to do, because nobody anywhere, whether they have the most subscribers in YouTube history or the least, can predict how well a video is going to do. So at the end of the day, if you want to feel happy and fulfilled about your channel, it's not necessarily the numbers that are going to make you fulfilled. It is, at the end of the day, the content that you're creating, and whether you're proud of it, whether you believe in it, and whether you feel like, you know what, that video wasn't as popular with other ones, but it's still one of my favorite videos. Of course, there are other tips and tricks that can help your channel grow as well. Things like aesthetics and types of videos. I personally this year have spent some more time watching videos about this and learnt the difference between videos that go stale and discovery videos. So like the videos that go stale are things like regular wrap-ups and videos about anticipating new releases, things that can get dated and that people won't actually find your channel about but are often the staples of your channel. And then there are discovery videos like series rankings and book reviews and lists, like recommendations, that don't always get a lot of hits to begin with, but generally over time they're the videos that do the best, because people will, and they're the videos that help you get discovered, because people will be, you know, finish a certain book, looking to find a video, yours will pop up even if it's like 12 months later, bonus points if it's a series that not a lot of people, or a book that not a lot of people have talked about. Things like that. Or if they're looking for pirate books, for instance, to be recommended, they will type it in and find your video. That's my biggest lesson for the year in a nutshell, and I'm really, really great to have learnt it, because without it, there is no way that I'm going to be able to succeed at this and to keep going when it feels hard, and to actually realise that this is something worthy of my time and something that I do creatively for me, but with the added bonus of being able to talk to and make connections and friendships with other people. Now we're on to the stats part of the video, and one of the biggest things that I'm wanting to get excited about is that I reach 100 subscribers. Oh, I can't believe it. It feels like something that, again, I was so very focused on numbers for a while this anniversary year, and I am so thrilled to have reached 100 subscribers, because the numbers can be important as much as they shouldn't be the point to your channel. So it's also good to recognize the stats and the numbers, and it's crazy that still that 100 people have felt worthwhile enough to subscribe to my channel, so thank you again. It's absolutely insane. I feel a little bit less of imposter syndrome this year, not because I feel more validated by the numbers, but because I feel like I've really pushed myself, even though I still am grateful for the numbers, but I feel like I have pushed myself to create content that I'm so much more proud of and didn't think that I was capable of ever. I thought I was just going to be doing the normal hauls and wrap-ups, and even though there's nothing wrong with those, I didn't really think that I was capable of, one, doing a book review where I bloody talked for 30 minutes and got really emotional and teary on camera, and two, to do a series ranking. Like, what the hell, that's insane. And now I've done 2 series rankings, and then also to do other discussion videos. My favourite of my videos at the moment is how am I going to afford books when my TBR is 0, and it is a great video. It is so awesome, but I never thought that I would be able to discuss things so coherently in a way that was going to be entertaining until I really started to get those ideas this year. So that has been fantastic, and I'm really proud of myself. I have started to do some more notes for videos. I haven't exactly scripted them, but to enable myself to do more of these discussion-y videos, I have written notes, which is good. It's something that we do need to do. And I have even written notes for this video and for another one that I'm also going to be filming after this. And to do a direct quote from one of my notes, it's, "I never thought I'd be writing any kind of notes, but here I am, typing them out for this video." I'm going to have a bit of a look down at my screen as I do a bit more stats, so sorry about that, but I can't keep the numbers like in my head enough. My subscriber growth in numbers this anniversary year has grown from 65 to 101, and in percentages that is a growth of 55%. I don't want to necessarily use numbers as a goal because I don't want it to disappoint me. It's kind of scary to put a number on something that is essentially out of my control, even though the controllable aspect is to continue to produce good content. But I did want to use something to just gauge an idea of where I should be at the end of next anniversary year. I also calculated the growth of the year before this one that I'm summing up, and that was a subscriber number growth of 38%. So using those 2 percentages, I get an average of 47%. And using that to calculate, I should have 148 subscribers by this time next year. So that'll be cool. It'll be even cool to round it up to 150. I'll see how I go. Maybe my growth will increase, maybe it will decrease, who knows. But it's just interesting to track this kind of stuff. I'm getting a bit more, not as much, but a bit more into like sales and budgeting stuff at work. My boss is really helpful in wanting to teach me those kinds of things. So it's interesting to do some sort of very basic calculations of myself just to track my growth and to see how I'm going. In the stats section of the video, I also want to talk about my top 5 videos of all time, and when I do this video again next year, I'll talk about my growth again and to see which ones are my top 5 videos of all times. Obviously this is going to be skewed depending on how long things are, but if there's a video that has got a certain hit, that'll rise to the top, and that is exactly the case with the video titled Ranking the Earth's Children series. Never in a million years did I think that this video was going to get 1,400 views. What the actual? I had no idea, and this video has really helped hone, in a good way, the message of you never know really what's going to do well until you put it out. Something that you think is going to be amazing can do really poorly, and something you kind of thought would do poorly can do amazing. I had no idea that many people that enjoyed The Earth's Children were going to take the time to watch my video and comment on my video. Remember when I said earlier that most of my videos receive between 5 and 16 views? And this one has got 1.4k. 1,400 views. Like that, I didn't even do a statistic to see what the percent increase of that is. And then the next viewed video in this top 5 all time is my BookTube newbie tag, and that only has 174. So it's insane how a video can just blow up in a way that you never ever thought possible. Timing had a lot to do with why this video did so well. I happened to publish it at the same time that people were checking out a video that was rounding up why the Earth's Children adaptation to a TV show never actually came to light. And that, I believe, is a lot of the traffic. I have gone in and had a look, so I'll insert a picture up here of what the traffic is. But you can see that there are certain things that were definitely pushing this video, probably why I haven't been able to replicate it with other things. But it's definitely to say that series rankings can massively be a discovery video, and this particular video, the ranking of the Earth's Children series, has actually translated to 11 new subscribers in my channel, which is like crazy for me for one video. I also want to call out my mum whilst I'm bringing praises for this series, because she's the only reason that I read this series. The blurb didn't exactly grab me, but I knew that this is one of my mum's all-time favourite series. She was reading it before I was born and read the last book when I was teens or 12 or something like that. And I only picked it up because it's her favourite series. So I just want to say, Mum, thank you if you're watching this video for putting that series towards me. Also, to keep things real, I do actually have to tell you a little bit of a learning side of this video that I wasn't actually aware of until this anniversary year. I learnt a very important lesson when a commenter called me out on using the term feminazi in the video, which I had used to describe a section of the 4th book when the main characters come across a camp who is led by a sadistic woman who does unfortunately have a very tragic past as to why she's acting like this. But she had locked up all of the men in the camp and had put them away and treated them very cruelly, and nobody was allowed to, none of their family members were allowed to go and see them, and she wanted to create a utopian society with all females. Although the actions of this woman are horrendous, it was also quite horrendous of me to have used this term, and if it wasn't for this commenter, I don't think I would have realised. I've done a lot of personal development this year on not taking things personally, particularly in regards to cranky customers at work, but also online trolls and things like that. But it was almost to the point where it's good that I have a bit more of a non-absorbent shell around me. But it was almost to the point where, was I not able to intake this constructive criticism where I always say that I want to have a more opened mind? So I was really thankful to the commenter for saying something. I liked their comment and I replied back saying, "You're absolutely right, this was really poor of me and I won't use the term again," and I won't. I also had a bit of a dilemma of what to do. Like, do I get rid of the video? Do I cut that bit out? Do I keep it and just leave the comment there, or put a pinned comment or do a description? Like, there was all these things like kind of running through my mind. But basically I came to the realization that some people, no matter what I did, some people would think I hadn't done enough, and some people would think that I was doing too much and why was I worrying about it. What I ended up deciding to do was going into the video and cutting the part where I used the term. But it is something that was a very good lesson for me to learn, and I am very grateful that someone felt confident and in place enough on the internet to point it out to me. And it's something that makes me aware that I will always have so much to learn, and even though I think I have the best intentions, sometimes I don't, and I need to be careful when I'm being snarky that I don't fully understand things, or maybe even just to talk about things in a more respectful way. Because I do know, having read that 4th book, that the reason that the woman was so awful in the camp is because she had experienced some past trauma. And even though that doesn't make it okay what she was doing and that she didn't needed to have been stopped. She definitely needed to. Still having some compassion, but doing the right thing and making sure justice is served is needed, instead of just using a term, and I know I've used it before, like in the past in my personal life with things to describe feminists that I believe have gone too far, extremists. Obviously, again, without thinking about the implications. So that was a really big lesson to learn, and I'm really glad that I've learnt it. Probably I am very gracious to have learnt it at this small point in my channel, but we're always ever evolving, and it's always good to keep your mind open, but to really think things through and try and work on not being so influenced so much. And it's really important to kind of listen to what people say. It doesn't mean that you have to agree or take it on, but to at least listen to it, maybe do some research if you need to, and then come to a decision. Because if it wasn't, again, I was pretty prepared to be like, oh, you know, this is just like a too sensitive person commenting, but I actually ended up saying it to my older sister and my brother-in-law, and they were like, ah, they have a point. So, and now going back to my top 5 popular videos. So after the Earth's Children series, the next videos are the BookTube newbie tag with 174 views, ranking the Kingsbridge series with 151 views, a November 2020 vlog where I talk about the non-fiction book An Ordinary Man by Paul Rusasiyabinga with 129 views, and the second unhaul of my TBR shelf, so the very second time I did an unhaul of my TBR shelf, with 110 views. Now I think that is all the stats that I want to talk about, and it is time to get on to the giveaway. So let me go to... I had 5 people comment on my video about the giveaway, and that was the entry form for it, to comment on it, and I'm just gonna plug their names into an online generator for a giveaway, and then I will announce the winner. Here's the video that I published about that I've reached 100 subscribers and I was doing a giveaway. Now I had all those other comments, they're replies from me, so there's not 10 people. So we've got Rosie, Moose, David, Bobby and Tori from Hufflepuff Discovery. So I'm just gonna go pop their names. I guess I should tell you guys what the giveaway I am going to be doing. So this is not sponsored in any way, shape or form. I happened to reach 100 subscribers when I got my tax refund, so I came into a sum of money which is larger than what I normally get in my normal pay packet of spending money, and I decided to thank everybody by giving away a $50 gift voucher to, drumroll, thriftbooks.com. So I picked this supplier because they make it very easy to look for secondhand books, which I really wanted to try and find someone because I believe in reusing, recycle, repurposing. So I would really like whoever wins to try and pick a secondhand book if you can. If not, that's absolutely fine. It's yours to do whatever you want with. But also because I found thrift books to be a really easy way to be able to pick the edition that you want. Now I am currently testing this with an edition of the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, just the first book that I ordered. I needed to get the illustrated one because that's what I have the rest in, and I found the process really easy to be able to pick which edition I wanted, which is very important, and a lot of secondhand booksellers don't bother with that. I know Abe Books is the other one that does, but they don't do gift vouchers. Thrift Books does, and it looks like, I'm not 100% sure on how much the shipping is until you go into purchasing how much it's going to be, but it looks like they ship to most countries, even if it does take a little bit longer. I put an order in, as I said, and it's going to get here at the end of August, which is like a whole month, which is not too bad, but sometimes I can get a package within like a week and a half, so it is a bit longer, but it looks like it's going to be available to everybody. Whoever does win, I would really like to purchase you this for Thrift Books. But if the country that you live in isn't listed as to something that they ship within, if you have any issues like that, then please let me know. But I will be needing your email, so we shall chat on however I know you on social media. Okay. Start. David! Woohoo! You are the winner! David Wiley, everybody. His channel again will be linked down below. You have won yourself a $50 gift voucher to Thrift Books. I wanted to do that amount so that hopefully the shipping cost is also included in it as well. And it will be $50 USD because that's where most people that watch me are from. After I upload the video, which will be on Wednesday the 11th my time, I'll give it a couple days in case you want to watch it and people want to be in suspense, and then I will reach out to you. Somehow I will find you, David. If your social media links are in there, I will send you a message on another platform that I can and let you know how to claim your prize. Thank you everybody so much if you've watched so far. I would love to make the gift vouchers like an annual thing, the giveaways, because I think it's just fun like to do, and I'm privileged enough that, again, if I do it at tax time, but even just saving up, I'm privileged enough. I have a good enough job, Daniel and I do, etc, etc. No kids at the moment, so I feel like it's something that I should be able to do just to say thanks to everybody, but if not, you'll just have to deal with me and my content as thanks. And how is your channel going? How long have you been on it? Have you enjoyed this video? Thank you so much for supporting me. Let me know down below, like, what's your favorite thing about my channel? Let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!